Tiana Batiste Waddell, 330 Colfax Avenue, South Bend, Indiana. Well, it still remains. Since 1980, no school board has held any superintendent accountable to the federal court-ordered consent decree that calls on you to be anti-racist. Instead, you continue to enable the status quo and mirror societal harm on Black lives in educational institutions. It is now the final full week of March, 3 months since the announcement of a committee, and yet no formal federal consent decree committee has been established by this school board or superintendent. While the formation of a committee may still signal acknowledgement of concern, it is not in itself a sufficient response to systemic issues such as racism within your school district. Committees often result in prolonged discussion without producing enforceable outcomes, measurable change, or accountability. While it is required at this stage, it is not further dialogue but decisive action. To meaningfully dismantle racism, your district must implement formal systemic structures that are embedded into its daily operations. This begins with mandatory ongoing professional learning for all of your staff, grounded in culturally responsive practices, implicit bias, and anti-racist pedagogy. This learning must move beyond one-time training and instead be sustained, data-driven, and tied to educator evaluation and growth. In addition, the district must establish clear policies and procedural controls that explicitly address inequities in discipline, academic access, and student experience. Without these formal structures, efforts remain inconsistent and dependent on individual will rather than institutional commitment. Furthermore, your district must align its resource allocation and learning environments with these priorities. This means investing in culturally affirming classroom spaces, equitable access to materials and technology, and a curriculum that reflects the identities and histories of all students. Dismantling racism requires more than intention. It requires infrastructure, just like the Riley parking lot, and don't forget about John Adams. I'd like your card too. If you're gonna fix Riley, fix Adams. It's an infrastructure. Racism is an infrastructure.
30 seconds.
Policies, professional learning, and accountability systems must work together to ensure that equity is not optional, but operationalized at every level of the district. And just for the record, they've already trained 1,400 staff members on internal control for finances. Can we get some training on racism, please? Thank you.
Thank you.